Now that you are in a deep trance, we are going to give you a trigger, or reinforce it if you already have it. The trigger phrase is I am tails. If you use this trigger phrase, or if someone that you trust says the trigger phrase you are tails, you will undergo the transformation that you are about to experience again at whatever speed and in whatever order you want. Additionally, you will instantly turn back into a human if you use the reset phrase I am not tails, or if someone that you trust says the reset phrase you are not tails. Now the transformation will begin. First, feel a tingling sensation all over your body as a short and thick coat of fluffy fur starts to grow. Most of the fur is orange, but the fur on your chest and the inside of your ears, as well as the fur that is below your eyes on your face, is white. Also, the fur on your cheeks is twice as long as the rest of your fur and grows in small clumps. Additionally, there are 4 clumps of extra long fur on your forehead. They are each round and half a foot long. They start out as wide as your thumb is and gradually get narrower until they end in a point. The first starts on the middle of your forehead and goes up and then curves down in such a way that the end of it is level with the middle of your eyes. The second is located just above the first one and is similarly shaped, but it curves down a bit less than it. The third is just above the second one and curves down a bit less than that one. And the fourth one is just above the third one and curves down a bit less than it. After that, feel 2 pulling sensations at the base of your spine as 2 tails that are 2/3 as long as you are tall start to grow right next to each other. The fur on the first 2/3 of these tails is orange while the fur on the last third of them is white. Their round bases are twice as wide as your thumb, and your tails gradually get bigger until they are each as wide as your torso is 2/3 of the way down them, then gradually getting smaller over the course of the last third of them so that they end in a furry point. You will be able to rotate these tails incredibly fast to create a pleasantly cool breeze, but you will be the only one that seems to be affected by this breeze, and it will only make you feel cooler instead of actually making you physically cooler. However, you will not be able to understand any logic when it is used in a way that suggests that this should not be the case. Also, you will know that rotating your tails will not allow you to fly, hover, or even slow your fall, and you will never attempt to use them to do so. After that, your ears move to the top of your head and become shaped like hollow cones that have been cut in half. The height and width of your new ears will be the same as your old ones, and despite the many differences between them you will still be able to hear just as well as you could with your old ears. Next, your eyes turn a dark shade of sky blue. Finally, the effects of this hypnosis file will become inactive if they are a risk to your physical body or your well-being, if they are a risk to your social or professional life, if there is an emergency that they would prevent you from dealing with to the best of your abilities, or if they are a risk to your mental health. Also, the effect of this hypnosis file that was an issue will become active again once it no longer will be one. Now you have been transformed into Tails from Sonic. There isn't much more for me to say, so goodbye, my 2-tailed friend.